Beth Slater Whitson was born here in Hickman County in the last third of the 19th century in a little area of Hickman County called Goodrich. She was started reading very young and gaining an affection for reading and writing. Generally, women, young girls in particular, were not as prodded to get educated. She was led in a different direction by her parents, I think. Her father was editor of the local newspaper, the Hickman County Pioneer at the time, and I'm sure he had a remarkable influence upon her desires to learn and to write. She decided she was going to go to Chicago and try to sell some of her lyrics and poems to some of the music publishers of the day. She spent the better part of 3 weeks in Chicago without even getting a nibble or getting an interview or getting to talk to anyone of any significance. Well, that made her dig her heels in, and she then decided she was going to wait in the lobby of the Rossiter Publishing. Will Rossiter was a famous publisher of the time, the music publisher he was called. She got on the elevator, and lo and behold, who should get in with her but Mr. Rossiter? And they got to talking. And he could not believe that she had been there so many times trying to see him. I think if I remember correctly, he bought 3 at that time and paid her $15 a piece for them, which was just an unbelievable amount of money for in that day and time for a poem. One thing she learned very quickly is that she was so excited about being able to sell a song, she was flooding the market with them, and thereby did not have much of a demand for them because everybody had some in their, in their vault. So she started writing short stories. She won notoriety that way, and then got into demand again for short stories and things. And I can't imagine what it would have been like back 1905, whenever it was, to send something off and all of a sudden look in a magazine and see your name as the author of a short story or a poem or something, or to actually go into a store and see in your sheet music for sale that a song you had written or something that you had created. I can't imagine how wonderful that must have felt to her. I think her story is very remarkable in that she came from just a very, very small, probably a 2 or 3 room house in the middle of nowhere to become of certainly national, if not international importance. Here, at least in our area, we hear all the time about Minnie Pearl, and who was a tremendous talent, not taking anything away from her. But I also know Beth Slater Whitson was as well, and just probably not given the credit due all these years. So hopefully through my efforts and others that I've found that also enjoy her music, or family members and things that I've run across, can preserve that heritage and that history of hers that she's left behind, that legacy.